Okay, so thank y'all for jumping on here with me tonight. We'll do these. I want to do them weekly. It's just been crazy with me traveling so much, but hopefully it won't be like that for a few months. So we can be more consistent, and I just feel like it's inspiring to me, and I hope it's inspiring to you girls to gather on here and come together, whether it's just a few of us or it's a lot of us. It doesn't ever matter to me. I just want to be able to help y'all the best I can and encourage you and motivate you. So these are a couple of things I was going to tell you girls tonight. Me and Angel were talking the other day, and she was telling me that she was to the point where she felt like she was spinning her wheels. Like she was doing the same thing she was always doing. And me and Ryan kind of talked about this today too. Like, I'm doing all these things, but I'm not getting the same results. And so what happened with me in the beginning is I went really fast, and then I was still working myself to death, but like I wasn't getting the same results. So I had to stop and check myself so that I didn't get burnt out, because it's easy to get frustrated and to feel defeated. And so I explained it to them kind of like, if you want to lose a certain amount of weight and you go to the gym, you can't just stay there all day. Like, the longer you stay, it's not going to make you lose more, right? At that point, you're done. Your body's done, and you have to go home. You have other stuff you have to do. So I want you to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, especially during this busy time of year. But with that being said, the way I managed it was I would write down 6 things that I was going to do every single day. And I would do those things. And when I was done with them, I would walk away. I didn't feel defeated. I felt encouraged. I knew I could check off those things. I wasn't measuring myself by who went into the computer. I was measuring myself by by what I accomplished that day with my task list. And so that's why I sent that list to y'all the other day, because I felt like those were the 6 most important things that you can do every day whenever you're busy to still sustain your business. So wish everyone on Facebook a happy birthday. I know that sounds weird and it sounds stupid, but it means a lot to people. And it's how I got one of my distributors once. It is, I don't know, like, it makes you show up in other people's news feed, and then people you don't know are going to be like, who's that? And you would be surprised how many people tell me thank you, and they don't even know who I am, and I don't even know who they are. But it's an easy, quick way to interact with probably 10 to 15 people every day. Doesn't mean you'll sign them, but it's just an easy way to interact. Schedule 5 posts in airplane mode. Just do it. Wake up 10 minutes earlier, stay up 10 minutes later. Just do it. If you, sorry, someone's asking for the number. If you don't post, your business is closed. And I'm going to tell you, I know some days are busy. I know some days are crazy. I get it. But you have to remember, okay, think about this. If you worked at Target, right? And I know it's not a good example. Say you owned a restaurant and you were like, you know what? I'm not on vacation, but I'm just not going to show up today. I'd rather just lay in bed and watch Netflix. Or, you know what? My kid's feeling bad, so I'm just not going to go in. And I'm not saying we should ever neglect our families, but I'm just giving you an example. And then you just check out of your business, and you check out of your business. What do you think anybody that's watching you is going to do? And what do you think anyone that's on your team is going to do? And here's why I'm telling you that. Like, I can remember like jobs I've had when your boss isn't there. Do you work as hard? No, none of us do, right? I mean, that's just natural human instinct. You're going to, I don't know, do something you wouldn't do. So we're not each other's bosses, but we are each other's role models, okay? So, sorry. If someone can answer that, we'll answer that later on the group message. So show up. I don't care if you are having the crappiest day ever, if you're having the busiest day ever. If you can cut and paste one of my posts, one of your friends' posts, that's better than doing nothing at all. And Jacqueline is a perfect example. Some of y'all don't know Jacqueline's story because y'all are really, really new, but Jacqueline, and she's on here right now, is one of my girls that's boxed for Ruby. She and I we did our internship for student teaching together many moons ago in college. It was like back in 2007, 2008. And we were friends on Facebook, and then we weren't. I had gone on a deleting spree when I lost my job, but for somehow she still followed me, and she watched me for a long time. I joined in October, and she contacted me in July. So what if I would have checked out? What if I would have stopped posting? What if I would have stopped believing in myself? She joined my team at one of the crappiest months I've ever had in my business, but she didn't know that, and I didn't let her know that, and I didn't let that stop me from still going hard. I mean, July and August, I didn't sign one loyal customer, but I still showed up every day. I still posted every day. And look at what's happened to our team. It's exploded. So I just can't emphasize enough. I know we go through things, and I'm not saying you should ever neglect your family. And there are certain situations that are unlike others. I get it. But I know, like, one person I talked to today, she said, I don't know if this is for me. I'm just stressed out. I want money, and I just would rather go look for a job. And I'm like, sign 4 loyals and you get $100. Go, if you go find a fast job right now, or if you're talking to people that want fast money and they want to go work holiday hours, they're going to suck, and they're going to make minimum wage. And so you have to really think bigger, dream bigger, and believe bigger in yourself. So just don't take time off and expect your team not to take time off, and don't take time off and think it will take you a little bit to bounce back, but also don't think you can't, okay? Don't think you can't, because you can. So schedule 5 posts a day in airplane mode. Here's the thing, y'all. If you can get on some sort of schedule, if you can be proactive, when life happens, you're golden. Right? Like you're good to go. So I am not talking about like if someone passes away in your family and it's the day of, you should be posting 5 times on Facebook, right? That's disrespectful. But what I'm saying is, like, somebody gets, like, Gracie or Sam gets the stomach bug, or I'm going out of town, which didn't work out well on the cruise because I didn't even have reception to be able to send a failed Instagram post. But if you plan ahead, you can stay on point no matter where you are, no matter if you're traveling, no matter if you have 20 people at your house for Thanksgiving, but you have to be smart and you have to plan ahead, period. You have to. No one can do that for you. So wish people a happy birthday every day on Facebook. It's an easy way to interact with multiple people every day. You'll show up in their newsfeed more. Schedule 5 posts in airplane mode every day. Create a wrap and lash event was one of the things I sent you, and I had some girls ask me about that. Well, I'm just going to say it. I was really lucky, and I signed an esthetician. But what I'm going to tell you is that has been one of my goals for quite a while, was to find someone like in a beauty shop or something where I could at least like display my stuff. So it doesn't have to be that you create a wrap party or an event, but I want you to every day be thinking bigger. And maybe it's just that you brainstorm, who can you contact? Who could you network with? Mine before was I wanted to do it in my hairdresser's salon. I wanted to set up a table. Well, it's morphed into I have an esthetician now, an esthetician that's supposed to sign under her, and someone who owns a hair salon that's supposed to sign under her now. So that like far exceeds any of my dreams that I had for myself of just being able to put my Blitz cards in someone's salon and having a table there. So think big. Think of outside of your current situation, or who is in your current situation that you can network with naturally. Maybe it's I don't know how to pronounce this right, but a LuLaRoe type, those clothing people. I'm even thinking about having a party with one of them. I wrap you. Yeah. I mean, you have to come together, and I might wrap them and then they might shop, because I have a lady that's doing that now. And here's why I was thinking that. I joined her. She has like an online group, and that's where she posts her leggings and whatnot every week. And I was like, dude, there's like 200 people in this group and I don't know them. Hello, that's like a whole nother market of 200 people that trust her enough. They're shopping from her, and her and I are friends, and she trusts me. So just open your eyes and be brainstorming. Constantly be looking for another door to open. And I'll talk a little bit about that, a little bit more about that in a little bit. So follow the max amount of people you can on Instagram every day, and use cleaner every single day. This is critical. This is crucial. Girls, especially you young girls, I mean, if my goal is to increase my followers by 1,000 every month, there is no reason why you girls, and I'm just saying this because y'all are younger, more youthful, and y'all have more things in common with the generation that's on Instagram. You know, y'all can connect more. Guys, y'all should be setting goals for yourself to have 2,000 new followers, but you have to go clean that up every day. Angel and I talked a lot about this the other day. Don't put in that you're with It Works in your name. Don't say like Courtney Glaser, It Works, _ It Works. Don't put it in your bio. People want to know who you are. Once they know who you are, we've talked about this, then they'll want to know what you're doing. But every day, y'all, I'm just going to be real. While the shower's getting hot and I'm standing there without any clothes on, while I am pooping, while my kids are pooping, while, they're finishing up their food, I am constantly clicking on Instagram and following new people. Constantly. I signed 2 girls off of Instagram this month, and I have another girl that contacted me off Instagram. We're talking tonight, and another one we're talking on Thursday. Y'all, I'm going to tell you, Instagram goes against every grain in my being, because it's not my generation. It's not the tool. I am a MySpace, I do not have a freaking MySpace anymore, but that's me. That was me. And so this has been very hard for me to step out of my comfort zone, but I'm signing people and I'm getting people. So please utilize that to its maximum extent, because it's easy to follow people on Insta when you are at the bank waiting for the teller. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but maximize every little thing you can do every day. And then Cleaner is the app that I use. Download it and clean out your list of who you're following that's not following you back. Every single day I do that. Every day I do it, because it keeps your ratios in check. You never want to be following 5,000 people and have 2,000 followers, because no one's going to want to follow you. They're going to think you're just going and following everyone, right? So you always want to have more followers than the people you're following. That's just a good rule of thumb. Friend 10 new quality friends on Facebook. Y'all, I used to just go on a friending spree. And so I'm telling you stuff that I have learned over the past year and learned the hard way. Quality over quantity, period. Go look at their profile. Is it someone you would want to work with? Is it someone you can connect with? Take 60 seconds and do that. There are so many people that I have friended, and I used to say, just friend them, who cares, weed them out later. But no, hold yourself higher, have more self-respect than I did in the beginning. And if they're cussing or they're posting this is bullshit, stuff like that, you don't want to work with them. I cuss. I have a side of me I don't post on Facebook or on Instagram. But, just be mindful and go and find you 10 quality people to connect with. Comment on 5 people's Instagram and 5 people's Facebook. That is, why did I put that on there? Those are the 6 things I am holding myself true to, and I've sent it to y'all. And me and Angel brainstormed what were 6 things that we can do every day to work our business. And those are the 6 things that I'm promising myself that I'm going to do every single day. That doesn't mean I'm going to put someone in the computer every single day, but that's what I'm going to promise myself that I'm going to do. Checks. I was like, what does that mean? Checks. I've talked to a few of you girls about your checks. I want you to hear me. Number 1, congratulations to Ryan. She's the freaking number 3 enroller in the entire world last month. Y'all, that's insane. I want to tell you that last year in November, I was the number 3 enroller in the entire world. So this is like, it's really deja vu weird. I'm like, this is so super cool. Anyone can do it. My first check, even though I was the number 3 enroller in the entire world, was $54. So if you're looking at your check and it's not where you want it to be, you got paid and you have to know it's going to grow. Okay? It's going to grow. And some of you and I have already talked about this, and I'm not talking at you at all. I am telling you that because I will never forget my husband said, you were the number 3 enroller in the world and your check was $54. Because it takes time. It took time to train those girls that I enrolled to fast start them. It takes time. So don't be hard on yourself if your check isn't where you want it to be, because it shouldn't be where you want it to be, right? We don't come into this. This isn't like, and we have to take into account, we didn't go and apply for an It Works job and know that we were going to make $65,000 a year, right? Like that, like you would if maybe you go and get a principal job. But you do know, I know my goal is to be a triple diamond by next year. So I know what I want my salary to be next year, but I know it's not going to be that my first check. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up, and know that's normal. You're getting paid on only your efforts right now, and you will get paid on a team of hundreds of people one day. I'm sitting here in front of you telling you that as someone who thought I'd never get anybody to join me. And I can look on this screen and know that I only signed 2 of you. Okay? The rest of you, I didn't even know who in the world you were. And I also can look at the screen and see people that live all over the United States. So think big. Your market now, my market now versus my market a year ago. I constantly had to check myself, and I don't have to do it anymore. Your brain is so, so powerful, and what you feed it every day is so powerful. And it's crazy because I fought myself every single day. Courtney, you don't know anybody else. There's nobody else to ask. You followed up with your hundreds list. I would fight my brain every single day. Well, guess what? Go get a new freaking hundreds list. Go out and meet some new people. I had a conversation with a girl on Instagram the other day for probably a good hour on whether or not I should buy white Converse tennis shoes, because I've always wanted them and I'm afraid that they will get dirty and be ruined, because she had them on in all of her pictures. Well, guess what? She's a potential distributor now. So, it's okay. Angel just texted me and I was like, what? So that was to somebody else. It's okay. So let me go back to my notes. Sorry. I thought that was a question. Just think bigger. Like if you ever feel like you're tapped out, I want you to think, does Target ever feel tapped out? No, like you cannot do that. You have to think, where else can I meet people? How else can I meet people? And you have to tell yourself, like, I've told many of you this, if you get frustrated, go and Google the population of where you live and ask yourself, are that many people on your team? Are half of those people on your team? Are 10% of those people on your team? Are 1% of that population on your team? And if the answer is no, then you still have a market out there, okay? You have to get over that. It took me almost a year to bust down that wall and realize there are people out there that I've never even met yet that are going to be on my team that are going to be millionaires. And now I finally get that. But it took me a long time of fighting those demons and fighting myself. When you feel like your market is slow and you're looking at ways to grow it, be growing it, number 1. Number 2, don't look left and don't look right, because you will screw yourself. If you look left and you look right, then you are doing the comparison game, and that sucks, period. I have done it with some of my best friends in this company that are sidelines, and you just can't do it. What I want you to do instead is look down. I want you to look down at who's under you and who can you help. Anytime I feel like, well, no one's answering me on social media today, I've gotten like 5 follow backs, I stop and I go and get my chart and I say, who can I reach out to today? Okay, this girl's fighting for Ruby. This girl's fighting for Emerald. This girl's fighting for a 400 box. This girl's fighting for her first loyal customer. Whatever it may be, go look down and look who you can help on your chart. And stop looking left, right, and looking just at yourself. When you learn to pour in to other people in this business, that is when you will start to make a lot of money. If you constantly look at your check and your promotion, you will never promote and you'll never make a lot of money. But when you start looking at how can I help others promote, you inevitably will then promote, because when they're promoting, you're promoting and you're motivating them and you're changing people's lives, and it feels so much better than you making $1 million by yourself. So look down. When you feel frustrated, look down at your team. Who can you just send an encouraging card in the mail to? I always try to do that. Any little thing, because we're here to make each other, feel better and be better women and just be better all the way around. It's okay to build new. It's okay to take someone off your chart. It's okay. I don't want us to say rebuilding, because we're not going to rebuild something that's dead, broken. We're going to scrap it, okay? And we're going to build something new that's new and fresh and has life. Y'all, I want you to know, whenever I went double diamond, there is, from that chart, so a double diamond has a diamond on it that's 24 boxes and an emerald that's 2 rubies, so that's at least 10 more boxes plus 3 on your top line. So whatever, you do the math. There's a bunch of people on there, right? Like 50, in between 50 and 60. There are 2 people on that chart that I even have on my triple chart. That's it. I have completely built new and brought new life into this business. So I want you to know, like, it is okay. It is okay for somebody to not do this and we can't make them. And it sucks. It sucks to look at your chart and think, I have 5 people on here and I need to take 3 of them off. But it's okay, because you want to work with people that want this, and there are people out there that want this. So don't let that stop you. Don't let that stunt your growth, and don't let that frustrate you. I've signed people that have never even taken their account off commission hold, and it blows my mind. I can't understand why you would spend $114 and never even, I don't know, like, at least take your account off commission hold, right? And so this morning, I woke up and this girl texted me at 3 o'clock this morning. And I know she'll never hear this, because clearly when I tell you this, you'll know why. She signed in July, the same time Jacqueline did. And I was like, this is it. She's going to be a runner. She was an esthetician. Like, this is going to be amazing, right? Well, she texted me at 3 o'clock this morning and wants to know why she's getting charged $20 every month. And I'm like, well, you have been since July, and you've never even taken your account off commission hold. And her thing was she didn't want to be charged $20 every month because she wasn't even selling this stuff. And I'm like, well, you were charged $20 every month. And I answered her. But then I started thinking, like, why didn't she ever take her account off commission hold? She talks to 10 people a day when she does their eyelashes, blah, 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 blah. And I thought to myself, in July, like I just told y'all, that was the worst month of my business. What if I wouldn't have signed her or Jacqueline that month? Would I have made it to August? I don't know. Would I have felt defeated? Would I have walked away? So everyone comes into our business and serves some sort of purpose. She never made me a penny. She never took her account off commission hold. I never even got a fast start bonus off of her when I was getting paid as a double diamond. If I would have given her 2 loyals, I would have made $220 on a fast start bonus. Nothing. But maybe what she gave me was hope for the next month, hope for August. So if someone comes into your organization and they don't want this and they don't work it and they never even take their account off commission hold, if they cancel their account the next day, maybe they gave you enough hope to keep going. And I know that may sound stupid, but looking back, I realize now that that's exactly what. And Jacqueline reaching out to me, I mean, she stuck with me. She's still with me, and I'm so grateful for that. But I can't be mad that that other girl's not. But I remember I signed Jacqueline on vacation with my family, and I signed Erica on I said her name, whatever. I signed her on vacation with my family too, and I was at Disney World. And I felt like so freaking cool because here I was at Disney World and I signed a distributor. And maybe that was just God's way of getting me through to the next month whenever he knew I was going to meet people like you and people that do want it. So don't dwell on those people that don't. Don't dwell on those people that make you want to pull your hair out and go, why? Like, why did you ever even sign up? Don't worry, because months from now, maybe they were just enough to like boost your self-confidence whenever you put their info in the computer to give you hope to hang on for one more day for your rock star that is coming. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that inspires you, because looking back, it's like very weird. It's very weird the month she signed and that she didn't do anything, but it's very obvious to me now why she came into my organization, and it was never to be a business partner. It was to keep me going until the next month. That's really all I have. I just believe in you girls so much. I'm so proud. I know this time of year is super busy. This time of year was super, super lucrative for me last year. People are going to start thinking about New Year's resolutions. People are more apt to spend money, even though it's the holidays. You can look at it two ways. You can say people are strapped for money, or you can say everyone's out spending money. Because I'm about to go out and spend money. I'm a lot more likely to blow money now than in the new year or other times of the year, because I'm already in that spending mode. So you have to tell yourself that. Do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have anything, any thoughts, anything to share? I want to hear from y'all if you do. I'll take it off. I unmuted you, so does anyone have anything? Anybody? Okay, well, I won't keep you any longer. Just keep working, keep running. Days are hard. I get it. I've been there, y'all. People are like, well, I'm being told no a lot. And I'm like, how many times do you think I've been told no? How many people do you think I've had quit on me? You don't focus on that. You focus on the yeses, and those will multiply. And then the people under you, their yeses will multiply. And before you know it, you'll be like, holy crap, my check is bigger than the check I got with my 2 master's degrees. So keep running, keep fighting. You deserve this. Your family deserves it. Don't give up on yourself, no matter how hard your times are, no matter how rough your circumstances are. Let this be your why that pushes you through and answers those needs that you have, whether it be monetarily, whether it be time with your family, time to focus on your bettering yourself, whatever it is. This can be an answer, or you can, let those things be an excuse. So I love you all. If you need anything, I'll be up for a little bit longer. I actually pulled this out of my console and my love seat because I've been trying to read it forever. Jarvis really inspired me to go back and read it. And I know once I read it, it's going to be amazing. And I'm mad at myself that I haven't read it yet, because there's some really cool stories about people that drew and walked circles around different prayers and how they were answered in very weird ways. And I don't believe in predetermined lives. I believe in free will, but I do believe that God affords us with situations to use our free will. And you can go left or go right. And so I'm really excited to dive back into this, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway with this book soon. I haven't forgot about the drawing from last month. I will do that soon too, and post that video. So y'all have a good night. I'll be up for a while. If y'all have any questions, I'm pulling out some of your charts right after this, and I will be texting you about different things. Whatever you need, let me know. Okay? I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Good night.